Hello everybody again, this is Ken Bailey. Glad to have you back. Today we're going to go over some basics for beginners on the gradient tool. So maybe you've seen gradients, maybe you know what gradients are, maybe you have no idea what a gradient is. But today we're going to give you a little education in that and show you how to use them in Photoshop. In your layers palette on the right hand side here, you can go in and double click on the right hand side there and you get what you call layer style. And this is going to allow us to style the layer in any way that we want or what is available here. And we have a gradient overlay. So there's your basic gradient overlay right there. You can reverse it just by the click of a button. So whichever way you want that to go. You have different versions of gradients. You have a radial gradient. You can reverse it. You have angular, reverse it, reflected, reverse it, diamond, reverse it. So we'll just go back to linear. You can scale this. So maybe you want your horizon to be way back there. Just think of this as maybe this would be a lunar landscape down here, and that would be nighttime. Put some stars up here or something. Anyway, however you want that to look, you just use this to scale it up and down. And if you want to change the color of it, just tick in here in the gradient, and it gives you all these various colors that you can choose from. If you want to get rid of these and change it any way you want, you just click and drag it off. Like if I want to get rid of this one here, click, drag it off. If I want to add one, double click and then add the color that I want. See, got that color right there. Double click on it, add a little yellow, double click on it, add a little red. So whatever your desire is for your gradient, you have a lot of presets here. Whatever color you're looking for, you'll probably be able to find it in here. If you tick on this little icon right here, you'll see these on all the tool palettes. All these palettes that pop up from over here, you'll see this here. If you click and hold, you'll see that you get all these new options here of being able to bring in various types of gradients. So these are supposed to simulate metal in some way, like this would be just a regular gray metal. Once you add it in this particular way, then you can go in and modify it in other ways to make it look a little more like metal. You want, let's see, noise samples, pastels, and there's your pastels. Get some special effects, say like louvers, and if you want to go back to what was the normal gradients, you can always reset this to get back to what the normal gradients are. So always remember that. So no matter what you do in any of these palettes, you can always go and reset that palette to get back to square one. You can also append to bring in other gradients with the basic gradients that are there for you. So anyway, that's how you use layer style gradients. So let's just click cancel. And over here on the left side, you have a gradient tool in your toolbar. So if you click and hold down, you'll see that you have gradient tool, paint bucket, and 3D material drop tool. These we'll go over later. Paint bucket is exactly what you think it is, whatever the color is that you have chosen. Just go here and click, and it just paints the whole thing. Okay, it's just that simple. Nothing special about that one. So gradient tool, click and drag, boom, there you have it. Now this is a radial gradient. If you look up here on the top options bar that it gives you, you have basically the same kinds of tools available to you here that we did in layer styles. It's just we're using it in a different way. Don't get confused by it. So if you want a different style of gradient, this is where you're going to do it. There's linear right here. There's radial. It's angular. And last is diamond. And if you're clicking in here and you're like, I just can't get this straight, you know, I keep clicking wrong or whatever, if you hold down the shift key, it'll get you straight every time. And if you click and drag and hold the shift key, when you go to drag in a circular motion, it'll show up every 45 degrees, I think it is. So whichever way you need that gradient to go, hold the shift key, and you know you're going to get it perfect for whatever that degree, angular degree you need is. All right. And again, you could go in here and click on that and get all of these again. Boom. Very simple, very easy to use. You can also reverse it up here, choose your opacity, and these things work the same way as in layer styles over here. You also have the ability to blend them with other layers. Like if we were trying to put this in with another image, we could blend it with the image to give it a tone, give it a lighting tone, which you'll do a lot of in more advanced stuff. So anyway, that's the basic thing for beginners here on Gradient Tool.